Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you again. This time we're gonna go over to ABC News, and this is about comedian Dave Chappelle. Apparently, he was attacked on stage at Netflix show in Los Angeles. The article is by Stephanie Walsh, and let's get into this article really quick. Comedian Dave Chappelle was rushed and tackled by an individual while on stage at the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles on Tuesday night during the Netflix first ever live comedy festival. Chappelle, age 48, and the individual appeared to tussle on the stage floor during the Netflix It's a Joke Fest before the individual ran away behind a screen on stage. Security personnel then surrounded and tackled the person in the rear corner of the stage. Chappelle appeared to run towards the altercation, saying the individual was being stomped. He asked repeatedly for security to remove the person from the stage while the individual was being subdued by security. Chappelle joked to the audience that the person was a trans man. The comedian had been criticized for his remarks about the transgender community, and there was backlash last year against the hour-long Netflix special, The Closer, during which he said that gender is a fact. Okay, this is a picture of the gentleman on the stretcher, and yeah, buddy. But before I finish the rest of that, we're going to get into this video and see what all the hoopla is about.
Overnight, comedian Dave Chappelle attacked on stage while performing at the Hollywood Bowl. The suspect was reportedly armed with a gun and a knife. Kaylee Hartung is there with the latest. Good morning, Kaylee.
Good morning, George. Dave Chappelle has been known to stir up controversy, but this chaotic scene was not meant to be a part of his show. Walking into the Hollywood Bowl last night, you were supposed to check your cell phone, but of course, some made it in and captured this shocking attack on Dave Chappelle.
History.
Overnight, superstar comedian Dave Chappelle tackled on stage in the middle of a performance at the Hollywood Bowl.
On Highland Avenue at the Hollywood Bowl, suspect was armed with a gun and a knife, and by for additional.
Subject stood in all black, 85 years, wearing a black hat, blue flannel, gray pants. History.
According to the LAPD, the assailant, who was in the audience, carried a knife that looked like a gun, climbed onto the stage, and attacked Chappelle in the middle of his set. The man then ran behind a screen on stage. Chappelle reported to the audience the man was being stomped. The suspect was immediately detained by the venue's security team and later taken to the hospital with superficial injuries. ABC News has learned Chris Rock, who performed earlier in the night, came back on stage with Chappelle moments after the attack and joked, "Was that Will Smith?" referencing the infamous slap he received from the movie star on Oscar night. Chappelle and Rock were performing in the comedy showcase Netflix is a Joke, the festival. Chappelle was able to continue with the show without injury. The LAPD identifying the suspect arrested as 23-year-old Isaiah Lee. He's being held on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon, with bail set at $30,000. And a star-studded crowd witnessed this. In addition to Chris Rock, Jon Stewart was also performing, and Jamie Foxx was there too. Foxx actually running on stage to help security stop the attacker. After the show, Dave Chappelle thanked Foxx, and Foxx said of Chappelle, "We must protect him at all costs." Guys.
Scary situation.
It was scary.
That was.
Okay, so that is the end of the article. It says the suspect, identified as 23-year-old Isaiah Lee, was arrested and booked at the Los Angeles Police Department's Hollywood station early Wednesday. He was being held on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon, and his bail was set at $30,000, according to police, which you heard in the video. Police sources told ABC that the suspect had a gun-shaped knife in his possession when he was taken into custody. The performance by Dave Chappelle at the Hollywood Bowl was epic and record-breaking, and he refuses to allow last night's historic moment. Carla Sims, Chappelle's representative, said in a statement Video circulating online and verified by ABC News shows the chaotic scene outside the Hollywood Bowl after the show, as police and medics load a person onto an ambulance who was restrained and appeared to be the suspect. The incident occurred towards the end of the 6th night of the 11th day Netflix is a Joke Fest, which runs until May 8th and features more than 130 performers at various venues across Los Angeles. We care deeply about the safety of creators, and we strongly defend the right to stand up comedians to perform on stage without fear of violence, Netflix said in a statement to ABC News. The comedian Chris Rock, who performed earlier in the night, came on stage with Chappelle after the attack, and joke was that Will Smith. Last month, the 94th Academy actor Will Smith walked on stage and slapped Rock across the face after the comedian made a joke about Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, during his presentation of the Best Documentary Feature. The Academy of Motion Pictures and Arts and Science Board of Governors has since banned Smith from attending any Academy events or programs, including the Oscars, for 10 years. The show continued after the attack with Chappelle, Rock, and Jamie Foxx introducing Black Star to perform for a crowd. Chappelle was in the middle of the introducing the hip-hop legend when he was tackled. And that is the end and the latest on the incident with Dave Chappelle. Luckily, he was okay and wasn't seriously harmed. The video that I did see, you can go check that out on TMZ, but you really can't upload anything from TMZ because they are famous for, copywriting, their videos. So if you want to go see that, you can definitely go see it. Apparently, from the video that I did see when I looked at it, homeboy had a broken arm. Okay? Alright. Yeah, he looked lumped up. Really, really, really good. But he survived or whatnot, and it's just one of those things where, when it becomes freedom of speech versus what a person doesn't like or, can't accept the fact that what a person is saying. I mean, we all have freedom of speech. But when it comes to a point where you can't reserve yourself because you don't like the person that's saying it or the person that is giving their opinion and their view on it, it becomes a problem as always. And I'm glad that he was captured. And, he's sitting in jail. He had no reason to attack that man. Regardless of what his opinion is about Dave Chappelle, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't like Dave Chappelle, but for the number of people that do not like Dave Chappelle, is an equally greater number of people that do like Dave Chappelle. So it depends on what side of the wall that you fall on, essentially. And with that being said, now is the time. I would definitely like you guys to drop down in the comments, as always, as we always do, and let me know how you feel about this. Should Dave Chappelle have been attacked? Should he not have been attacked? Let me know in the comments, and we're going to get the conversation going. So, with that being said, thank you so much, each and every one of you, and I will get back to you in the next video.